Well. Hello, everybody. Good morning for me on the West Coast. Good afternoon to everybody else, East Coast and beyond. We are going to have Susan join us momentarily. One of the challenging things for most people, from what I'm understanding, when I get my DMs, I'm going to give waves out to everybody that's coming in. One of the most challenging things for most people is that, how can I put it? They have someone love bomb them. And so I get a lot of DMs from guys and other people, and they want to know, hey, can you have a show talking about love bombing and what that means? And that's what we're going to do today. Today, we're going to talk about love bombing. So because of that, we're going to get Susan on here momentarily. We had a nice little pre-chat before now. But now we're going to get everybody involved. I'm going to get everything situated here. Good morning to you, Sarah Longmire 84. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you got to stop by here so that we can spend some time together. Susan is pulling up right now into our live. We'll get her picture up here momentarily. We're going to spend a brief time together this morning, Susan and everybody that gets a chance to see it. And of course, you'll get to see this later if you go to my homepage at Narc Abuse TV. There is Susan. Good morning and good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Susan. I'm so happy you are here. Thank you so much.
I'm an IG virgin.
Hang
on, folks. I've never been on a live show before.
Really?
You're the one.
Oh, man, let me tell you. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to do something I've never done before that my daughter's going to be extremely embarrassed. I'm going to do my happy day. I'm going to do my happy day. I will get that later. They'll go like, Dad, you didn't just do that, did you? I just did that. Thank you so much.
Did that. Thank you so much. And Sarah Longmire, one of my clients. I know this gal.
Oh,
so this
okay.
is fabulous. All my people from YouTube come say hi. All of Paxton's folks say hi.
I am honored. I am honored. When this guy, we have a short time together. I wanted to have this like a power impact segment on love bombing, because a lot of my show is based upon the DMs that I get, and I got about 70s going to 75%, mainly men. They don't want to come on and show their faces, but they're like quiet closet watchers of your stuff and other people. And so my job is to go find these people, get them on the show, to put waves up. And so we can talk about things. And this was one of the main subjects they wanted to hear from you about love bombing. Okay, so we're going to get into it in just a second. I just wanted to tell everybody, because I'm going to give everybody a little time to come on. Susan and I got a chance to talk just a little bit before the show. And I'm just going to say it because one of the great things of being a man is to be vulnerable. So I was like a 12-year-old kid, because I'm like talking to you before the show. And I said, I'm going to have it together. I'm going to be an adult. It is not going to happen. We're going to have some fun. And I'm excited.
We'll be kids together. That's good.
Okay, we'll be kids together.
So sweet. And I thank you. You're so sweet. And I really thank you. You're very professional. I love the fact that you showed up in your tie. You got the whole thing sorted. Just so all the viewers can know, I'm asking like, and what button do I push? Do I go to the home?
Oh, no, you didn't have to tell them that. You didn't have to tell them that. Okay, you know what? I have like I told Susan, I have a whole separate page in which I can practice with people how to come on and stuff like that. At first, I didn't do that, and I tried it on my own page, and I had like 50 million people, and the guests went like, I didn't want all those people to say I didn't have my makeup on, and I said, okay, I got it. You know, you have to train us men. I tell people that all the time. You know, you gotta talk to us like we're little kids sometimes. If you don't like a puppy.
Men don't necessarily like being trained, or at least they don't like knowing they're being trained. I'll put it that way.
As my father would say, the man that doesn't want to be trained, or in other words, he don't want to learn something from a woman, he don't know what he's missing. He has no idea what he's missing. That's why he kept my mother for so long. But anyhow, what I was gonna say.
That's fabulous.
To the end, they kept each other to the end. What I was gonna say, I'm going to approach this on the basis that I'm just letting everybody know that Susan and I didn't talk about this. Nothing is scripted, everybody. Just the subject and just whatever chemistry we have so we can help people. That's the main objective here. We're here to help. Aphrodite, Kovra, hi from Greece. Hello from Greece to you. We're going to jump into the subject because I'm giving some time to those that I know that wanted to see Susan. This is going to get downloaded. You'll be able to watch it over and over. Everybody knows Narc Abuse TV. Narcabuse TV, as well as my other page, the Boom 86. We're not about views and clicks and followers. We're into loyalty. So the brand has loyalty. We want to bring you topics and people who know what they're talking about. And today, I get to torture Susan a little bit. So here we go. Well done with my name. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. Now, I'm the intermediate between you guys and Susan, even though you may know her. I'm going to try my best to read the screen. And Susan, I love going on the fly. And you said that this morning. And I was like, you're heaven sent, because I love this to be raw and natural. So here we go.
It is, because when you guys hear Nika start howling, that means her dog walked through the door.
Okay, okay, that's what we're gonna do. By the way, just so you guys know, Nika is her dog. The dog groomer is coming.
Nika's my dog. Yeah.
Yes. So if you look, go to @SusanEWinter. That's her page. Just in case you don't know, go to the page, check out her page, but learn from her page. Enough of the promo, because I got a marketing and banking background, so I'll be promoting you like a media group. So let me get back to what we're supposed to be doing. Love bombing. Now I'm gonna throw some things. I want to do this more like power tips. I haven't done this on the channel. It's a part of something that I have in mind. My two daughters, adult daughters, and myself came up with this concept that we're doing right now. But I want to do power tips from you on love bombing. But before we do that, explain to everyone who may not know, what is love bombing?
Okay, it is the most delicious feeling of being totally adored and paid attention to by somebody. Love. I gotta write that down. Compliments, attention, admiration, attraction. They're so into you. It is so amazing. The Klieg lights are shining. Your Broadway lights, all is on you. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're handsome. You're sophisticated. Oh my God, I can't believe I met you. My future with you. They futurize. That's a Susan word. I don't think it's in the dictionary, but but this is what happens is they pour it on. It is a seduction technique, and it is dangerous because it's OTT, over the top. And you will know because there are a couple things that you will start to register by comparison. You're going to start to feel pace. The pace is too fast, too soon. You love it. You're going with it because it's so amazing, and you don't want it to stop, but it's too much, too fast, too soon. Another thing is that you keep saying, wow, this person is like, I've waited my whole life for this person, and now they're here. Oh my God, she's too good to be true. And they are. It's not true. It's not true. Yeah.
Yeah. And Sarah Longmire 84 puts in there, it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. Now, let's say we had to explain this to a guy who continues to pay the rent for some woman and doing all these nice things, and he hasn't even got a kiss yet. What advice?
I got a client like that. I've had clients.
You got a client like that?
Yeah, and I told him, I said, I was in Arizona. I said, it's not a far trip from Arizona to Texas. I'm going to come and spank you myself. Slap. He bought her a car, paid her property tax. And so I just bulldozed. I said, have you ever been kissed? No. So who's she living with now? He goes, I don't know, some guy. I'm like, I was just doing it, but yes. Oh yeah, okay, I got it.
So how does that work now? I mean, I'm saying a guy, but I 80% of the people that watch Narcabuse TV are women. I get the DMs from that too. I'm sorry, it goes the other way too. You know, they're washing their clothes, they're going over cleaning up their house. They don't even live with that guy, and then they find undergarments in his house and belong to somebody else. And somebody's giving you a shout out. We love Susan there from Sarah, I believe it was, and then Rico's on. Johnny's on, sending you some love.
Johnny's my make it go guy. Yeah. I love Johnny. Johnny, Rico, it's Johnny, Rico, Johnny, Rico.
So now, how does this work? How can someone start to see the red flags that they're being love bombed or used, and it's over the top? How can they tell?
It feels like they've dropped you in the middle of a Hollywood movie, and you keep saying, "This is amazing." It is so seductive and so addictive. I want to talk about discernment. How can you tell the difference between somebody that's really into you and very complimentary and offers you time and makes you a priority, and somebody that's love bombing you? They're very, very close. people will oftentimes guard themselves and protect themselves against somebody that's actually being genuine, because it's like authenticity is so rare these days that they think it's a game. So, so we have to let people know that there is a way. Love bombing is, it is everything at once. It isn't just like, let's take, start with the appetizer. It's like they're throwing everything at you. And the pace is what's very important. It moves extremely quickly. This is the person, hallmarks. You're online. They want you to get off right away and exchange numbers. They don't want you to date anybody right away. They're like telling you right away, you're the one. I've never felt this way before. I don't know.
Right.
And you're talking for 6 hours at a time. It's like, oh my God, I found my person. It's just, you're saturated. And so that's the difference. A normal person will go with the flow and have a 6-hour conversation, but they'll come up for air, you know? And so.
Right. And so if they pretty much don't let you breathe, that's good. It sounds like it's kind of, because that kind of makes sense. I've never heard it put that way, but I love the way you just put it. Now, if I repeat stuff, it's for the guys. Let's clarify that. Everybody who's coming here and they think, why is he repeating what you did? Because some of times us guys don't catch what was said. So they don't let you come up for air. So
guys, they're going to do it to you differently. If you're in a heterosexual relationship, the women are going to be nurturing. Now, let me define. There are a lot of nurturing, kind-hearted women, but I swear there must have been an article in Cosmo, because 2 guys fell for a woman in the same month a number of years ago, and they did the exact same thing. And I don't know what the article was, but I knew they read it because it was artificial. The guy gets sick, and they come over with a care basket, and it's got tea and honey, and they call and make sure he's okay. And the guy's like, oh my God, nobody's ever done anything like that for me. Or a woman cooking a meal for you. It's extraordinary. I mean, unless she's from a traditional culture, it's unheard of nowadays. Right. So a woman starts to show acts of service. And for men, that's a strong language besides sex and touch.
As a man, I vote on it. That's that. It gets men. We all talk about it. Oh man, she did this for me and she didn't have to. Go.
And they brag to their buddies, she made me dinner. And if the girl's really good at her game, she makes the dinner and leaves. Oh, yes. And they're like, oh, there's no agenda.
Yes,
right?
You're right. Yeah. That's true. That's the, you know what? And that's those are the DMs I'm getting. They go like, I'm just so confused, and she didn't like want anything. It didn't like she wanted anything. But go ahead.
Yeah, but when you don't want anything like that and you never hear it, there is something underneath there. There's a bigger issue. Because it's, again, we have to start listening to that part of us that goes, but something it's abnormal. Now, you can find a gem. Let me not dissuade anyone. There are gems out there. People that, yes, they're 40 and they're still single. There's nothing wrong with them. Yes, they were just as focused on their career as you were. Yes, they are that nice. Yes, they are that ethical. So in love, we have to walk to the end of the gangplank and just stand there and jump. We got to do it. That's there's no other method, but but check into your inside here and make sure. So guys, watch out for the woman who's extremely complimentary about all of your achievements, and like how I do it to guys all the time. I go, you're so big and strong, and they love it.
Hey, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Wait, I gotta say, now you just ruined it all for me, because my mother would do that to my father every now and then, and no wonder he would go buy her something and take her out to dinner and go buy her and take her shopping. She would do that. She'd rub on his muscles. You know, I'm a little kid. I go like, that's disgusting. And next thing you know, he's out there digging a hole for her. He's planting plants for her. But it works, ladies. I'm sorry. If you got the right woman doing it to you, it works. Listen, you can get him to do anything. You can get him to go to prison for you if you play it right. But anyhow, how does it happen?
Your mom was rewarding your dad.
Yes, she was.
Edifying the alpha protective male, the hero. Yeah. The hero.
The hero.
Right?
I have to, we set the guys. Let's do it the other way, because what Samina put on here 50. She says, how can you tell? I need to talk about what guys do to women now, the other way around. Okay. How can you tell if it's love bombing or you've met the right one?
Yeah, that's why I talked about that at the beginning of the hour, the discernment. You have to play it out. You have to take that walk. You have to dive into the deep end. But I want you to keep checking in with yourself. you know, everybody's guarded thinking it's too good to be true if you really do meet the right person. But you have to look for some, how can I say it? A little, you don't want them to be too polished. This is a huge giveaway. Okay? I always talk about this. The guy that walks all the way across the room to offer you a drink and he's nervous and doesn't have good game, you're high stakes to him. He's in it for real.
That's true. That's
the guy
true.
that's so slick and knows the lines and he's charming. So watch out for charisma. Charisma exponential. That means that guy has practiced and practiced that routine. He's got the same words for you as he did the girl last month. So it's real guys and get a little nervous.
I have to say now, like I tell a lot of people that watch this channel, I give you the other side of the story, which is the guy side, because I'm a father of daughters, two adult daughters. I'm telling you, guys practice. Trust me, whether it be in a locker room and you'll be sitting there watching TV with your friend, a guy, and you're sitting there going like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I like that line that guy used," you know. And you go like, "Are you serious? You're that pathetic?" And they do it, ladies. Trust me. Not a grown man who's emotionally stable. Other men do that.
Wait. Are you talking about how other men razz the guy for being attentive to a woman? What are you talking about?
No. We're talking about guys who are manipulators, will watch a movie or plan how to manipulate and say things or come up with a line. An attentive man is always welcome on Narc Abuse TV. It's the manipulators I don't have time for. I got to read some more to you because they're coming in. H. Lala says, someone I was talking to love bombed me for weeks, but then stopped. What words of advice you have for her?
Yeah, they ran at the end of their game. I don't know. Maybe you didn't see them physically because of COVID. Maybe. And so I want you to know, this is player terrain. It's narcissist terrain, but it's narcissistic players. And the game is not just to get you in bed. That's far too simplistic. They know they're going to do that. They want to capture and enslave you. Body, mind, soul, spirit, you name it. They got to win. They got to hook you and make you their creature. That's it.
Okay. I'll read you another one here. Leandro Official. He puts in here, I struggle with trying to keep a relationship together for almost half a year. After I followed your advice, Susan, my ex came running back in less than a week.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's an incredible testimony. I can't even believe, you know, that's the kind of stuff people try to pay for it. People just say, is this a client or just somebody that watches videos? Because I think
it looks like somebody that just watches your videos, but I got to throw a shout out to somebody that you've mentioned before, and no doubt you may have had contact with him or not. I have not, but I have a lot of people tell me great work that he does. He's here listening to you right now. The date coach just joined in. That is somebody that you mentioned in your love bombing video on YouTube. So we'll give a little shout out to the date. Yeah, I heard nothing but good things about him and the people that he's had a good ripple effect. But I'm gonna get back to some more for you. I hope you're ready. Here it comes some more. Here comes some more here. And you said this is your first time doing this. I'm scrolling through trying to make sure I don't mess this up here. Okay, so how connected are love bombing and narcissism? That comes from older and taller.
What? Say that again?
How connected are love bombing and narcissism? In your opinion, how connected are both of those two, love bombing and narcissism?
Okay. Oh, it's from older and taller. I thought that was a whole comparison.
No, I'm sorry.
The puzzle with Will Shortz, and you're on NPR, and they ask you a question. What is the difference
between the two comparison?
Sometimes people who love bomb are not out and out narcissists. They have found by accident or by observation a technique that seems effective to engage a person. And they are, when push comes to shove, like the little horse that has to jump over the hedge for the steeple race, they just stall. And then narcissists have an innate, insatiable desire for adoration worldwide. epic portions. All people, all things, because their self-esteem is so incredibly low. They need to steal every bit they can get from somebody else.
So what? So if that's the case, I just got to ask. So if they have an insatiable, and the other person love bombing, they may not be a narcissist, or doesn't mean that they're a narcissist, but they could just be toxic, or they could be socially inept, and they found a way, is what you're saying, for them to just get attention.
They could have watched the wrong video. You never know. Okay, I gotta explain.
No,
I gotta explain.
That's true.
So I have this video that's the power of I like you. And it's just because nobody's honest and nobody's direct anymore, and everybody's so confused. And so I suggested to the audience that when you know somebody and you've had a volley of chats back and forth, that at some point you just say, you know, I like you. You know, love to get together with, for a cup of coffee, or maybe we can talk about this at another time. You know, so you isolate them from the pack, right? That's the beginning of dating. So this guy writes, he goes, it doesn't work. I walked up to a girl on the street and I said, I like you. And I'm like, and he said she ran. And I'm like, because you looked creepy. You don't know her. How can you like her? So we have to be.
Wait, only guys will do that. I warn my daughters all the time. Guys, it's like we're like 5-year-olds at preschool. We're like, oh, I like you. Can I just sock you too, by the way, so you know I like? No, don't do. That's not what you do. It's like, you know what? You have to. They have to be trained. We men have to be trained. Okay, somebody. Oh wait, I gotta read this to you. I can't let all this stuff scroll by and not tell you. So I am Jordan Trent. Puts on there, just for you, just for the record, he's making it official on social media. Just love. In other words, they're just saying they just love Susan Winter with a big heart. I got it, and you got hearts scrolling across this. A lot of hearts and love insight dating. She's laughing at some of the stuff we're saying. I'm sorry, you guys. This is just real and natural, and we're gonna be letting Susan go about her life in a little bit, because the dog groomer or dog walker or whatever.
The dog walker is going to be here any minute. You're going to hear.
Yeah. So and I want you to know, I tell people all the time, if your pet's going to be on, have the pet on the show. It's okay. I have a little thing I want to do with you before we have. Go.
I'm not in a hurry.
Oh, okay. All right. Just double checking. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna ask a question, and whatever pops into your head, you give us your advice, and then I'm gonna read some more from the screen whenever some more pops up. I'm still waiting for some more. Okay, so when a person pushes the pace or pushing the pace, what does that mean?
It means it's their agenda. Like pushing your pace means they're moving toward their goal faster than you are. So you don't let a person push the pace. Women, you know this sexually. If you say yes to a man too soon because you feel pressure, you're going to be fighting yourself the whole time. That's why, I mean, I think the best time for a woman to have sex, whenever that is, or to be intimate with a man, is when she's not resisting within herself, when she's actually made a conscious decision. I'm ready to do this for myself, That's the empowerment. If you look at him to give you the power, like it's going to make him happy in the moment. It might backfire and make you unhappy because you didn't have enough time to get to know the person. You didn't feel good about yourself that day. You came back from the gym. It was really inconvenient. You would have liked a shower, a ton of things. You're not going to be free to feel comfortable, to be present. And we want you to be in your own sovereignty and present and making conscious decisions. And if somebody's pushing the pace, I want you to say, if you like them, say something in your words like, I like you, I'm into this, I need this to go at a pace that I can maintain. Because I know for me, Susan, I will bail and I will tell them, you're pushing me. Yeah. If you make me uncomfortable, I can tell you it's going to happen. I will run away from you so fast, and please don't let me do that.
Yeah, and then see, that's very important. And a lot of times, you know, a woman may forget that she has that free will or choice to do that. She thinks she has to be maybe a people pleaser. Same thing goes with a guy, but it's very empowering to know I can back out of this at any time. And if you need to make that declaration, you're saying that that's important. I have to get to some more. You got some more on the screen here. So let me go shutty for me and read this. It says, H. Lala puts up, what if they were pushing but stopped but seems interested?
Good. Then if if you wanted them to stop, then they listened. This is good material for a relationship. If they pushed and stopped and you think they lost interest, then you have to go back to the table and renegotiate what the pace is. You might have to go back and say, look, I like you. Did I give you an impression that I didn't? I just need it to be blah, blah, blah this way. It's actually very simple.
Okay. You still there? I don't know if I lost you for a second there. We got the signal going around there. Let's see here. I'm going to read some more that you put on here, everybody. And try to get to everybody for Susan. Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. No, you're good. You're good.
By all these.
No, it's okay. We're back
to my screen. The notifications, and I tried to get it to go, and I made you go bye-bye. So, okay.
No, I'm here. I'm here. But I'm going to read something to you. We're good, Susan. Okay. We're good because this is not an NBC or ABC Disney project. This is just out of my basement, a studio that I built. So here we go. I'm going to read something to you now. I'm going to try to make some sense out of what I'm reading here. It says, my ex wanted a break, and we had this break for half a year simply because they wanted to find themselves. The minute I stopped sending messages and giving unnecessary rewards, it was almost like, and it didn't finish. So based upon just what I read, they wanted to have a break to go find themselves is what he says happened. No comment. You're like, no comment? No comment?
No. First of all breaks, it's a very fine line between break and breakup, and we have to get clear on when we're being broken up with, and they're just doing an exceedingly slow fade. So I'm afraid that your partner did not want to be with you. I didn't hear the backside of this. Let's take a couple different versions of that. Okay. One, somehow, did you actually agree to a 6-month break? Because it doesn't sound like you were in that consideration process at all. Remember, partnerships are two people. Two, if you have a break, it's got to be structured. I just did a video on this. Relationships, in order to reset, have to have a format where both people are working on themselves independently, and you have an agreement, like we'll check in for 10 minutes once every week or so, and we're going to do this for a month, have a conversation, see if we need more time or not. And you're also not dating other people. So this is not what a break is. And people do it the wrong way. But if you waited for a person for 6 months and then something happened, we don't know the rest of the story. I mean, you're in such a weak position. You're never going to get what you want because you have just signaled to your partner, you can go off, find yourself. I'll be here waiting. I'm not willing to look at anybody else. And you might not come back to me. As a matter of fact, there's probably a 5% chance, but I'll be here waiting for you. How attractive do I look to you now?
Yeah, they pretty much put that person on the shelf, stuck them in the refrigerator, and then sometimes maybe in the deep freeze and don't even know you're in the freezer. You went from the shelf to the counter to the refrigerator to the freezer. Well, I got to read you some more. I got to read you some more. I know everybody. I'm not keeping up, but this is like totally new to me. And Susan, look, you got two people who care about you, and we're doing the best that we can. So hang in there. I love you guys so much for doing this. And so H. Lala again says, I think, talking about this guy that she's dealing with, I think that he's still hung up on his ex. And she also writes, he was flirting with me, but I stopped flirting back because I thought he was rebounding.
Okay, here's what's really empowering. I don't know how long it's been since this happened. For you to have resolve, you need to cap this thing. You need to say, end segment 1. You need to speak up, write a little text and say, look, I really liked you. My strong impression is that you still have feelings for your ex and you're not serious. If you are serious in the future about dating with the purpose of getting to know somebody, reach out. You know, I'd like to hear from you, but I'm only interested in seeing people that are actually ready for a relationship. You got to call it or you're going to be stuck here forever.
And matter of fact, they may be dealing with somebody who's not ready for a relationship. So you may be ready and that person's not ready and they're totally dragging you on as a possibility. But let me get, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
I didn't mean to
so the anxiety that we feel is this terrain of unknown. We're always going to feel anxiety. I do too. I don't know. I actually went on something. I didn't even know if it was a date. I was talking to my buddy, Johnny Rico. I said, was I on a date? Don't you think I would know better? I don't have a single clue. I'm like, what? Okay, what is this?
Wait,
So
why didn't you know? Why didn't you know? What? There no clear signal? No clear signals,
the
or what?
age, no clear signals, no communication, and the age gap was so great. I assumed this person wanted me as a client
Ah,
or as
got
an
it.
opportunity.
Right,
And then I
right.
realized I was wrong, and I was totally, but I'm doing these things too, folks.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I got to
Yeah.
realize how messed up it is out there so I can help you, because every once in a while, I
Okay,
can't tell you from the stadium bleachers. I got to be in the mix. So I can tell you
okay.
it's pretty
So,
confusing.
so what you're saying is sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. Is what you're
You
saying
got to get your
for
hands
for
dirty.
the
You know how to
team,
tell people.
for the team, for the team. You got to. Okay, I got to read
I'm
you some.
joking for the team.
Yes, I got to read you some more. Okay, so
Okay.
Dino87 says, "Hi, do you take questions too?" Yes, we do, Dino. Simon, I love you people, and I love your names, and I hate butchering them, so I'm just going to say Simon. Hi, Susan. Adore you. Hearts behind it. I'm going to move on to somebody else that I got here that got in here. I am Jordan says self-esteem really gets tested in relationships. If they push and you fold, you have lost respect. Your thoughts on that?
Wow. You want to work for me?
Jordan, got a
Geez,
job.
Jordan, you're on it. Okay, so relationships on a deeper cut are always us realizing who we are in reflection to another person. I don't need to go to therapy. All I need to do is like somebody and watch my own nonsense come bubbling out of me. So, yes, self-esteem is required. And here's just, I want to give a little bit of hope to all of you in the mix right now. Your natural survival mechanisms are going to kick in. At some point, you will have had enough, no matter how gracious, no matter how pure, no matter how naive, no matter how sweet you are. At some point, you're going to rail and go, no, I'm not doing that again. And that's where your self-esteem and your boundaries start to kick in. So it's a natural process.
Got it. Okay, so we got another one here for you. Let's see here. We got, I'm sorry, we're going to go back to Jordan again. You said you wanted to hire him. Wait, you said you want to hire him. Now you need to hear what he's going to say now. He says, when Susan breaks it down, it really starts to make sense. Like you know it, but you need someone with her intellect to tell you, look, you gonna hire him, I'm gonna hire him. He gonna be a part of my staff. He gonna be it's gonna be, whoa, that was pretty good, Susan. That was pretty good.
But that's probably the most astute version of what I'm trying to do. And so here's the big picture. I didn't mean to go in this direction, but we all do indeed have the answers inside. We do.
Absolutely correct.
Our creator, whatever you want to call it, whatever made this thing, left us with the most incredible computer and an analytical system inside us. My job is to simply reconfirm that what you think you're hearing is absolutely what you're hearing. Because we do know the truth when we feel it. We know the truth inside on a gut level, but everything out here is designed to confuse you, or you won't buy their product or service. It's the whole way the system is built. If you knew your truth, you'd quit asking all these people, and half of these services would die, right?
Absolutely correct. Now now hold on here. I'm playing around with this thing because I'm learning it, and my daughters, who are my IT and everything, can tell me how to work. They tell me how to work this thing. So I know I'm not going to push a button and lose you, but I got some questions here. Can you still hear me?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so hold on here. It says how to stop thinking. This is from Nadia Art Lover. She sent a question in, and it says, let me see here if I do this right. How to stop thinking about someone you love because they are not ready for commitment. Your thoughts on that, Susan?
So that's obsession. And we all deal with that. That is part and parcel of wanting somebody that isn't ready or is unwilling or unable to be with you. That's simple. So what we need to do in a case like that is measure our investment. Think of it as a stock. You've been putting a lot of money into this. Every time that you think about this person, you are using vital energy. If it's going in a positive direction, then continue. But if they are not ready, there are a number of steps you can do. I'm assuming you've already done this. One, I got to ask you, it sounds so basic, were you in a committed relationship? Because if it's just somebody dating you, there may not be sufficient attraction. Let's say you're in a committed relationship. is what you want, not their end goal. So do you want marriage and children? They don't want to be married. In that case, you've got to negotiate. And I have what I'm presenting worldwide on November 8th, what I call the Love a la Carte system, which is how you can craft an evolutionary design that works for you and your partner. But you have to know what you want, and you need to go negotiate. Your partner may not. So the big question is, your partner not ready for you, or is your partner not ready for what you want? Do you know where the point of resistance lies? If you know their point of resistance, can you see light at the end of the tunnel, that it's only a matter of time? If it's a guy, most guys are very traditional. Though we don't need your money, you will not partner with us if you don't feel that you're able to support us and take care of us. And we may make more money than you, but you're not going to be ready. So there's a lot of different factors. I suggest working with a coach to get to the bottom of what it is specifically for you.
Okay, I'll throw another one at you here until you tell me we're done. Starting as a casual friendship, but mutually realizing that both are exploring, what are the signs to bring it up, to rip off the Band-Aid and speak directly? That's coming from Andre Muzi. I've probably butchered that, but go ahead.
So let me understand. So is your understanding, Paxton, that they were friends and now it's become more?
Yeah, so we got here, they're starting out as a casual friendship, but mutually the two people are realizing that both of them are exploring, obviously.
Which one? Hold. Hang on.
No worries.
Nika, go. Go ahead. Go.
Bye, Nika.
Bye, Nika.
Bye, Nika. Have fun, Nika. Okay, so Nika's having fun. So casual friendship, but the two people are mutually realizing that both are exploring. He's kind of wondering, when do you rip the Band-Aid off and just go ahead and start talking directly and shooting from the hip and talk seriously, is what he's trying to say.
So you're at the verge that you realize there's mutual attraction.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Well, if you're friends, you should be able to speak about it to some degree. If you're really terrified, I have a methodology that I use, calling it jump up a couple levels. I like to speak in the philosophical. It's not one-on-one. I would relate to that person my general philosophy on life. Like, oh, I feel that honesty in a relationship is like really important. And, it's so interesting. People oftentimes, they're attracted to each other, and then one is afraid to admit it and the other one isn't. So you've got to open the door and say, sometimes it takes courage, and I like to jump up and kind of test the waters. And if you know this person well enough and they're a friend, you should know, are they open to the idea of a relationship? Have you had any physical contact that's, romantic? A touch, a kiss. Guys, if it's a guy, try and touch her, see if she rebuffs you or if she doesn't. Right. You get the eyes, the look, the look a little long. Kind of
Susan. Okay, Susan. We better move to some more questions because it's getting, no, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you. I'm joking. Okay, so I have to clear up something that I've made a mistake on, because I Am Jordan Trent has made a very valid, has made it obvious that I'm a guy by making this point. She's not trying to be mean. For the record, she types, Jordan is a woman, but thank you. I thought it was a guy, and I apologize to you immensely.
Me too.
And this beautiful woman has said a number of beautiful things, and again, you should hire that person, because she's just like spot on about you. I'm getting some questions in here, and I'm trying to get them all to you because there's some really good questions in here. And of course, time does.
Time. The dog is gone. I'm good. My makeup is on. The lights are working. All is good.
Got it. So we got Marvelous asking a question. What do you do if you realize your partner has toxic behavior from their home growing up?
Are you able to instill a different philosophy in your partnership with them? Are you a mirror and a model for what it can be? Very few of us grew up in a home that was phenomenal, and it's very lucky if you did. So is your partner of the mindset to work on themselves, to overcome some of these issues? Just because your partner came from a toxic home doesn't mean they're going to be a toxic partner. Now, if you're seeing that, you do have to address it. So most people make a decision to go the opposite direction. So Let your partner explore some good, like the Gottmans have some. John Gottman is like really good work on relationships and relationship building.
Okay, now beautiful. Let's go to Chloe Ribbonbark. Here we go. How do I break the loop of obsession if I see the person every single day at work? I just find it hard to shift my focus onto other things when I see them and work with them every single day.
That's one of the hardest situations, seeing an ex. Why do I feel, Chloe, like this wasn't even a relationship, really? So here's the thing. I think there was unfinished business. I think whatever dalliance you had with this person, whether it was your partner or not, it seems to me because you're having such a hard time with it, that you weren't actually in the type of relationship to begin with that you wanted to be. So you've got resentment and upset about that. And maybe you didn't even feel strong enough and powerful enough to call it and say, this isn't working for me, because maybe it didn't even get to the point that you had a voice in it. So maybe some interlude happened and it was left unresolved, because unresolved endings are what create this kind of mental anxiety. It is hard to work with a colleague who was at some point a romantic dalliance, but it is because you need to clarify certain things. I don't know what kind of conversation you need to have in it. And I would suggest that you actually do talk to a professional. There are things you didn't tell me here. Talk to somebody that does this, talk to Paxton, talk to me, but give us more details so we can actually guide you, because I think there's one little conversation that will set you free. The obsession is because you feel paralyzed. And this person, take them off the pedestal right away. That's number one.
We got another one here for you. It says, I have an insecure boyfriend. I'm currently questioning my decision to stay with him. I'm fed up with the jealousy.
I hear this from men and women. And I have a very dear friend that very much loved his partner, but she was so crazy with this that she would just go into a tailspin, and it was completely unfounded. So this is indicative of, if you're, okay, we are now looking at an issue in your relationship, and you're at the precipice of deciding whether I stay or go. And your only question is, does my partner have the ability to transcend their own stuff, their baggage? If you feel that they do not have the ability to transcend their own baggage, then this is one of the first of many issues you will have in your relationship, because they're unwilling to fix themselves. So there is justified jealousy and unjustified jealousy. Unjustified jealousy is a lack of trust. You are right to be questioning this, because that means your partner has deep-seated fears about you in general, or anybody loving them, right?
Got it. Next up says, they say, I'm just really curious. Here we go. They type, what exactly do you do if conversations start to run dry and start sounding repetitive in a relationship?
In an existing relationship, it's called marriage.
I know what you did. You just said that. Okay, now I could give a tons of advice on that, because I'm gonna give you tons of advice on that. You do the same thing you did when you first met.
Yes, Paxton, you tell us. But no. But okay, so there are a couple of different things. In long-term partnerships, you know everything they're going to say. It's really hard. Paxton is probably the better one to do this. But the question is, if you're dating somebody and you've hit a wall, intellectual compatibility is really important. If you keep digging the water and the well doesn't go very deep, you are going to be bored to death. But Paxton, I'd like you to address for all of us as a married man how you keep it fresh if it just goes stale, because you know each other so well. So
let's just put it this way. I don't give advice, because whatever I say doesn't work. All I know is whatever the Bible says, do that.
Okay.
The big, I'll put it to you this way. The biggest thing is that you and I just started talking this morning. We established common ground, and we will keep this going because we have common ground. If it starts to get dry, if it starts to get dull between us, one of us, if not both of us, are going to find a way to keep it going. If you're with somebody and they don't want to keep it going, there is nothing you can do about that. But I don't want to take away from the show, because it's not about me. But I do want to get to.
But it is your show.
No. My guests are the stars. You are the most beautiful star on the show today. And so let's just get to it. We got it says, what do you do? What do you do? Relation that is no, I'm sorry. That's the one I just read. But thank you for sending it to me twice. Thank you for answering my question. Somebody said with double hearts. That's from Almayari. And you're getting, man, I love it. Insight Dating is laughing us and having a good time watching the show. They're giving so many here. I've got another one for you. I'm gonna see if hopefully it's not a repeat. Okay, is it possible to compromise and be in a committed relationship when your values and definition of monogamy and fidelity are different?
That one is really tough. You can have different political views. You can have a whole lot of different views on a lot of different things. One is vegan and one's carnivore. But if you are the one that needs monogamy, that is your archetype of relationship. That is how you feel loved. If you are with a partner who wants to add another person or try an open relationship or be polyamorous, we are talking about a fundamental construct change. Fundamental. It's like you want modern architecture and suddenly now your mate wants to live in a 14th century castle. It's huge. You guys have to sort that out because there's no in between in this. One is the need to explore, the other is the need for stability. Okay.
What if the person doesn't want to do that construct?
Get into couples counseling ASAP and find out what the real issues are. Why does your partner need that? Under certain circumstances, oh golly, I can't believe I'm going to say this on your show, but I have to.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead.
This is radical, but in some ways you have to figure out, is the need sexual or is it just is it power? If it is only sexual and you are in a long-term relationship, there are cases that are valid for an agreement. An agreement that you go to a professional, not an escort, not the girl down the street, not the coworker that likes you, not somebody that checks you up on Facebook. A professional, one and done. One time with one person, no repeats. And I got to know that it's happening and it can't be happening on a weekly basis. If
yes,
it is just an itch,
yes, I can't believe you just said that. So that's what I was going to say.
I said that to my partner. I said that to my partner. And he told me that I was controlling. I said, okay, you tell me if you go talk to 7 of your buddies and you ask them if that's controlling. Because of the age difference, I said, listen, there might be a time. We were talking about a permanent partnership. And I said, there might be a time in the future where you want a little something different, short, petite, and brunette, and I'm not. If it is only what it is, I can allow that. I'm not crazy about it, but I can allow it because then it's only for that. And he said, no, I need emotional context. I said, it is never happening. And I'm not doing that. Nope.
So I have to ask you this. This is really gonna, I know the answer could be no, but no doesn't faze me at all. I am looking, you can't see this, but I have this huge clock in front of me that tells me right when this thing will cut me off and I will lose the download and can't save it.
Oh,
so
okay.
No, this is the thing. I'm looking at all the questions here that I want to ask you, but I'm asking. I don't mind a no. I don't want to know a no answer. Can we just come back just for a little bit more after I just have to cut this off, but I can't say a really normal goodbye. I'd have to rush because I'm looking at so many minutes that it's telling me. I got a timer that goes. So I can come right back. We'll do a live in just a second. Let me make sure to save this one and download it so everybody can watch it whenever. But I want to get to some of these questions that I've been writing down while you've been talking. I'll be back in just a minute, everybody, with Susan. I'm sorry to rush out of here, but I just need to save this loop.
Break. Hang on.
Yes, okay. Yes. Commercial break, everybody. I got to find somebody, a sponsor to have a commercial, though. But we'll see you in a little bit, Susan. Thank you. We'll be right back, everybody.